Obama administration, we have sent tens of thousands of more troops into Afghanistan. All while the same network exposed in the Iran-Contra affair discussed earlier controls the opium trade. It was revealed in October of 2009 that the CIA had been funding puppet Afghani leader Hamid Karzai's warlord brother for the last 8 years. He is the lead opium dealer in the region. It seems the same cartel that was dealing drugs in the 80s and 90s never stopped. After all, how else could the government fund black operation programs across the board?
The Karzai regime has whole sections of it which are drug supported, and we can't touch it. We turned Afghanistan into the major supplier of heroin for the world. It happened under CIA supervision.
This continues while many of the Taliban are literally on U.S. payrolls.
Is there a possibility that we have Taliban employees? The commander in the field, or I should say the COCOM commander, General Petraeus, has made it a conscious effort to, as part of his coin strategy, to hire local nationals. I can't talk in this forum, nor am I the qualified guy to talk about it, but there is no doubt in my mind, one day you're on one side of the ledger, the other day you may be on the other side of the ledger.
I want to make sure that people understand actually drones have not caused a huge number of civilian casualties. For the most part, they have been very precise, precision strikes against Al-Qaeda and their affiliates. And we are very careful in terms of how it's been applied.
The strike on us was in the evening. It was the month of Ramadan and we had just broken the fast. The strike happened at that time. 3 people were murdered. Me and another person were injured. We were just sitting there, eating our food. Then we started cleaning up. We then started our evening prayers. And it was at that time there was a strike on us. I lost both my legs and I also lost one of my eyes. My opinion about the Americans is that they target innocent people. The drone strike badly affected us. The drone strikes must be stopped. They must be stopped.
I think that there's this perception somehow that we're just sending in a whole bunch of strikes willy-nilly. This is a targeted, focused effort at people who are on a list of active terrorists who are trying to go in and harm Americans, hit American facilities, American bases, and so on. It is important for everybody to understand that this thing is kept on a very tight leash. It's not a bunch of folks in a room somewhere just making decisions. The Jonas Brothers are here. They're out there somewhere. Sasha and Malia are huge fans. But boys don't get any ideas. I have 2 words for you. Predator drones. You will never see it coming. You think I'm joking?
Swallow everything, always Always simpletons or pretending. We got no plan.
This is your moment of clarity from LeeCamp.net. Problem. A lot of the bombs we're dropping in Afghanistan are killing unarmed civilians, women and children and other people you lose points for shooting when you're playing Call of Duty. So what do? Well, you could stop bombing, but no, it's too lucrative. The bombing business is thriving right now. It's like what hula hooping was in the 1950s. Can't get enough of it. Well, you could decrease the bombing and only do it in extremely rare moments when you have no other choice. But no, it's too fun. Do you stop wanting sex just because you're bad at it? Hell no, you jump right back on that horse and try it again. I'm not saying women are horses. I'm just saying. So the Obama administration came up with a brilliant answer. Too many civilians dying? You change the definition of the word civilian. How beautiful is that shit? And at this point, most of you with an intelligence greater than an eggplant parmesan are thinking, you can't just change the definition of a word. But if you're a president, you can. You can change words and meanings and anything. Just run around decreeing. Dessert is now breakfast. Breakfast is now lunch. And premature ejaculation is now a just right ejaculation. Let's see the First Lady make fun of me now. Quick side note. I think a bigger problem than premature ejaculation is immature ejaculation. You know, just doing it to be silly when everybody else is trying to focus on the lecture. Civilian used to mean anybody who was not actively fighting a battle. However, now the Obama administration considers any military-age males in a strike zone as combatants, greatly decreasing the number of civilians around a target. Picture this. Maybe you're just a village camel whisperer in Afghanistan, but nope, now you're a combatant. If you're a mentally challenged man trying to figure out how to eat your soup, doesn't matter. Combatant. The interesting thing is you would also have to apply this definition to ourselves, right? So that means when you're in an airport and all those soldiers are walking around you with semi-automatics, you're now a military combatant. You thought you were just a mid-level IT guy working on Cinnabon number 2 and Love Handle number 7, but no, you're a fucking warrior preparing to use that Cinnabon with lethal force. It also means that everyone in the planes that were hijacked on 9/11 were no longer civilians because they were in the proximity of a terrorist. So they were all combatants. Starting to sound a little weird, starting to sound like reality in a fun house mirror but with less fucking fun? Yeah, that's what it is. It's foality. The world is now whatever makes us most comfortable, even if it means we have to redefine words to get there. Look, we don't like killing civilians. It makes us feel a little icky, right? But in foality, we aren't killing civilians. They're combatants now, who technically didn't know they were fighting and were only armed with falafel. Email Obama. Tell him he doesn't get to redefine our world. That's been your Moment of Clarity from LeeCamp.net. There's still time to win a free copy of the Moment of Clarity book. For a couple of more days, all you have to do to enter is leave a comment under one of the videos at LeeCamp.net. Also, coming up on the Moment of Clarity podcast, I talk with Steve Faber, the man who wrote a slightly popular movie called Wedding Crashers. Get it for free on iTunes, Stitcher, or the Moment of Clarity Android app.
No plans at all. Evil man's always transcending. Follow like sheep, swallow everything. Always simpletons or pretend.